What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sammy V Sessions. There's so much to catch up on. I kind of hate the fact that my podcast comes out on Mondays because I feel like important stuff has been happening over the weekend, but whatever, we're here. Let's talk about the Grammys. Just highlights. We're not going to talk about everything about the Grammys, but what I thought was important to talk about here. So all the nominees for new artists got time to perform, and here's a couple of them that I wanted to bring up. The first one is Cat's Eye. Y'all know from previous episodes, I was rooting for them. I wanted them to win Best New Artist. I wanted them to win some kind of award. And although their performance for Gnarly was great, it needed to be a little sharper. It needed like one or two more practices. Like the energy was there. Each of the girls got their own time to shine, but it just needed to be sharp. It looked sloppy. It looked like they needed two more practices, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I loved it. I love them, and I hope they come back stronger the next time that they're going to perform for an award show. Another person that wasn't so lucky on their first Grammy performance is Alex Warren. He was performing Ordinary. It started out fantastic, and then he took his earpiece out, and it was delayed. He wasn't on beat with everything else. But then as soon as he got to the stage with like the rest of the band that was playing, he put his earpiece back in and he acted like absolutely nothing happened. Like just hit it off great. I then went on TikTok later to find him like replaying what it sounded like in his earpiece and why he took it off in the first place. But Cat's Eye, Alex Warren, even though tragedy happened at the Grammys, you all did so amazing. I loved watching it. There was a couple of them that I don't want to bring up because I don't want to trash anybody, but you know, it is what it is. Lola Young performing Messy on the piano. My goodness. Okay, first let's talk about her voice. Amazing, absolutely an incredible voice. Had everybody in there. My goosebumps were standing. The hairs on my arms were standing up. Everybody in that audience was in awe of her performing that. And as I'm watching her, I can see her leg shaking, her lip quivered a little bit, but then the camera turns to Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny's tearing up. Like, yeah, bro, I feel the same way. Like, she sang that song so beautifully. And then she went, I don't know if she won an award for that one or another song, but she goes on to win an award basically like in a sweat outfit, not even in her performance outfit anymore. And she's just like, I don't even have a speech. I wasn't even expecting this. Like, just humble thoughts and just exactly what I want to see at the Grammys. I don't want to see somebody go up there and be like, this is my 100th Grammy, I guess, thanks, too cool for school. Like, no, like I want the raw, like I can't believe this is happening to me moments. Then we had Somber singing 12 to 12, and it was giving Freddie Mercury vibes. I loved it so much. Ultimately, Olivia Dean brought home the New Artist Award, and well-deserved. I'm so glad that she won. That was a great pick. Then we had Justin Bieber singing Yukon. Stage was set up, a nice fluffy little carpet, a mirror, a guitar, and some musical instruments, engineering instruments. I don't know what they're called. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. He started off by creating the beat again from scratch and then singing on that beat, which I thought was so personal, and it kind of gave us a window into maybe like how the song was created or how the song was very first performed. And then you had his wife saying "clock it" in the crowd because obviously she knew what he was trying to say with like that stripped down version, and she was just like, that's my husband, that's my baby daddy, that's my everything. And I love that for her. I mean, say what we want about their relationship, but I think they're cute together. Y'all can hate me for that comment, but I think they're cute together. There was a part where he was singing, and it just made me reminisce on like the little Justin Bieber with the baby and all of his other songs that he first came out with. Like, he's got that very noticeable voice that has not, it's changed. It's gotten a little deeper as he's gotten older, but it still sounds like Justin Bieber. Like, he hasn't tried to like stray away from that. Yeah, I said it. I said Yukon was my favorite song from Swag and Swag 2 this summer. So, I was very happy sitting on my couch listening to him sing that song and performing it. Kehlani won 2 Grammys. Let's talk about Kehlani. Now, I've been following Kehlani very long time. I want to say maybe like 8 to 10 years I've been following her. I remember her on SoundCloud, like just having her stuff on SoundCloud, not even putting it out on, do we have streaming services back then? You know what I mean? But very new Kehlani, I've still been following her. One thing about Kehlani is she has not changed who she was. So she won her first 2 Grammys. I think she's been nominated before, but she won her first 2 Grammys. These 2 Grammys on Sunday were for Best R&B Song and Best R&B Performance, and she 1000% deserved them. She's somebody who hasn't changed the formula. She's just stuck to the plan and said, my people will find me. And Folded was just that song that finally everybody's giving her flowers, even though the real ones that have been here from the beginning, we knew what Kehlani was about. Y'all just knew to Kehlani, but it's fine. She's finally got her Grammys. So happy for her. You might have missed it because it wasn't on the main show. It was on the pre-show when everybody was still rolling in from the red carpet. But let's talk about Song of the Year. Let me start this off with, I love Billie Eilish. I love the fact that Billie Eilish went up there and said, fuck ICE. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't care. You could bleep me. You could do whatever you want. This is how I feel. Now, do I think Wildflower should have won Song of the Year? Absolutely not. That album came out in May of 2024. We're in 2026. Why couldn't that award for Song of the Year be given to somebody who released a song in 2025? Unless Wildflower had a resurgence in 2025 that I wasn't aware about, I don't think that should have been included. I love Billie Eilish. Maybe it should have won Song of the Year last year, but I really disagree with the Academy awarding her with Song of the Year for a song that came out in May of 2024. I was reading something that she re-released it as a single, so that's why it counted towards, but y'all could have voted for somebody else. I really enjoyed Tyler, the Creator's performance. He looked like he was having a good time. His dancers looked like he was having a good time. It really felt like old school VMAs vibes when we all looked forward to watching award shows, when award shows meant something, when they were fun, when they had jaw-dropping moments and moments we were going to talk about for years on end. And now, you know what? Now that MTV is gone, are we going to have VMAs anymore? What do you think?
I don't think so.
Because the VMAs is the MTV Video Music Awards. Yeah. R.I.P. MTV. Damn, somebody's got to bring it back. Somebody has to revive music videos. I really want music videos back. I don't know if we're going to have a cable service ever again to try to like get the morning music videos that we used to have before school. But man, what a time. Okay. Now that I got all of the other Grammy things out of the way, y'all know we're going to talk about Sir Benito. Bad Bunny. Our boy took home 3 Grammys. 3 Grammys. One of them was... The first one that he won was Best Música Urbana Album. And as soon as he got up there, he said, Ice out. Now, y'all artists out there that are saying... Right. Yeah, artists out there that are saying, oh, I don't want to get political. I don't want to get this. I don't want to get that. It's as simple as that. He said, ice out, period. Like, we need to know where you stand. Like, not being political, XYZ. That, honestly, it's inexcusable at this point. It really is. You need to pick a side, and you can't play, I don't play politics. I don't agree with that. But moving on. He then won Best Global Music Performance for AO. AO was my #1 song last year on Spotify Wrapped. So y'all know I was loving that. And then Debí Tirar Más Fotos won Album of the Year for the year 2025. Okay? Or maybe 2026. I don't know. Is it reflection? Whatever. Album of the Year at the Grammys 2026. Debí Tirar Más Fotos by Bad Bunny. Okay? The first Spanish language album to win an award. Not the first Latino, though. Santana, I think, won Album of the Year for that. I could be wrong. Fact check me later, but I could be wrong. But first Spanish language album to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. Not at the Latin Grammys, the Grammys, the English Grammys. One of the moments that went viral on TikTok that I absolutely loved was Gaga walking up behind Bad Bunny. And he, first of all, he's startled. He was not expecting her to walk up behind him and whisper in his ear. In an interview he did about the upcoming Super Bowl, somebody had asked him, what did Lady Gaga say to you? And he said, she comes up to me and she whispers behind me, I love you. And he said, I love you too. And that was the end. And he kind of like melted. Like that would be everybody's reaction to Gaga coming up to them and just taking a moment to say like, hey, like, I love you so much. Like, I don't know. I want Gaga to tell me she loves me. I want Mother Monster to be like, I love you. Like that would send me into the universe with excitement. Everybody wanting pictures with Bad Bunny. That was hilarious. Complex put up like a carousel of pictures and he's just standing there taking a picture with Reba. Now, Bad Bunny and Reba, I need to know who asked for the picture. Was it Reba who asked for the picture or was Bad Bunny like, Reba, I need a picture with you? Who put them two together to take a picture? Oh no. All right. So now the Grammys is out of the way. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Woo! Now, I went viral on TikTok this week. I think we're at 1.5 million views on that TikTok. So if you saw me on your FYP, you sure did. Yep, that was me. That was absolutely me. I had said Rao was at the Grammys on the floor with Bad Bunny. And I just put 2 and 2 together. It wasn't like I didn't think it through. Like it was just a thought that I said, you know what? I'm just going to throw this on TikTok. So I said Rao was on the floor at the Grammys and he also did not perform at the Grammys. Just like Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny did not perform at the Grammys because he's going to be at the Super Bowl. So is Rao going to be at the Super Bowl? I say yes. Maybe not because of the reason that I said, but I say yes. There are people in my comments saying, well, I didn't perform at the Grammys. Am I performing at the Super Bowl? You are really annoying. Like the pick me behavior and the bean soup theory behavior on TikTok is absolutely incredible. Those of you that go viral constantly, I need to know how your blood doesn't boil reading those. I don't respond to them because I'm not going to give you that satisfaction, but just seeing the audacity of people in the comments, y'all are annoying. I think there was another comment in there. Well, Whitney Houston didn't perform at the Grammys. R.I.P. Whitney Houston. Like, why are you even saying that? Like, why are we even going there? Annoying. Anyway, so back to it. My 2 top guesses. Now, this podcast will be posted on Monday after the Super Bowl. This is Saturday. This is day before the Super Bowl. So my predictions might be wrong on Monday. Don't come in the comments talking about, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not who performed. Yeah, you need to listen. This is being recorded before the Super Bowl. So my 2 top predictions are Rao, because of what I said. He also didn't perform at the Grammys. When he was on the red carpet, somebody had asked him, are you performing with Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl? And he said, I don't know. If I was, I couldn't tell you. Maybe. I say yes. I say they're going to bring Rao out. And that's going to be an epic moment. Okay. Who I also think is going to come out and perform is Young Miko. My baby Miko. My heart. My love. I love her so much. I'm so excited for her. I said it on a couple of episodes back. She was doing a advertising campaign with Drewski and he had mentioned the Super Bowl and she said she's going to be there and I think she's going to perform. I believe that Bad Bunny takes every opportunity to bring up other people and I think that would be an awesome opportunity for her. She just opened for Billie Eilish over sometime last year and I think putting her on the Super Bowl platform would send her again into the universe. Just skyrocket her. I think that'll be a great idea. I also made another prediction and I thought it would be really cool if there is a casita on the field for his stage setup. Like I wonder if what the stage is going to look like. Is it going to look like his concert that's going on right now? Are we going to get like a sheetrock casita, like just a makeshift one just on the field? Remember, we got to get it on and off the field. I think it would be awesome if the camera just pans to El Balcón and there's a whole bunch of Latin artists, specifically Puerto Rican artists. I'd love to just see like a bunch of familiar faces. They don't necessarily need to be performing, but they could be hanging out in the casita. But I think that's another one of my predictions. I know tomorrow when I watch the Super Bowl, my predictions are going to be smashed, crushed. I'm going to be blown away. I'm super excited for the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm super excited to see Green Day opening it. I am super excited for Bad Bunny coming off of Album of the Year. I need to know what it's like to be Bad Bunny right now. Like, what is he doing right now? Like, are you out partying every night? Are you practicing? Are you like working out? Are you resting your voice? How does somebody come off of winning Album of the Year and then 7 days later performing at the Super Bowl halftime show? It has to be like walking on clouds. I don't know how else to. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Maybe he's also sitting there like, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is all fake and this is not real. My life is not real right now. A lot of people in my comments think that Cardi B will make a surprise appearance. So her boyfriend is on the Patriots, Stephon Diggs. There was rumors that she can't perform because he's there. But if Cardi comes to the halftime show, the one song that Bad Bunny and Cardi have together is I Like It with J Balvin. But Bad Bunny already performed that song with Shakira when she was doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Why would he bring Cardi and J Balvin to do it again? Just because he's doing the Super Bowl? I don't see that being an option. I mean, it could, but I don't see him repeating what he's already done when you only have like 15 minutes to do the halftime show. I don't see him wasting time to redo what he did already. Speaking of Cardi, she killed it on SNL. I think they need to give her more time to do the acting. She did have one little skit with Marcelo that was funny. It wasn't enough time though. I want her to host SNL. Like, I want her on the skits, doing the thing and performing like Bad Bunny does. Actually, I might be wrong. Bad Bunny might not perform at the same time he does the skits. And like when he's being the musical artist at the same time. But either way, I want her back on SNL when we get a chance. Please. I'm also waiting for SNL tickets. This was the first year that I remembered to email SNL. So if I get an SNL episode, if I actually get to see SNL, I will lose my mind. I don't care who's performing. I don't care who's the host. I've always wanted to go see an SNL episode. This episode of Where in the World is Benito is going to be a little different because he's not currently on tour right now. Like, he's in LA doing the Grammys, doing the Super Bowl. This episode is going to be a little bit different, but I want to bring up Colombia and his performance, his tour in Colombia, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it. We had started, but so much had happened. So Bad Bunny set records in Medellin for this tour that he did. So in Medellin, with the tour stop, he made records. Well, he broke records for the economic impact that it had on Medellin. It brought an estimated 150 to 200 billion pesos in just 3 days, one of the highest in Medellin for a single artistic event. Restaurants, bars, hotels, cab drivers, everybody saw an influx. And if you ask me, somebody who's got impact like that, bringing money wherever he goes, that's somebody to keep around. That's somebody that definitely deserves to be at the Super Bowl. Okay? Especially now, the fastest growing crowd for American football is Latinos. So the person who's booking music, I think they said it was Jay-Z and Rock Nation, whoever it is, they're reading the room. They say, oh, more Latinos want to watch football. More Latinos want to watch American football. So we're going to get Bad Bunny at the halftime show. Still, one of the surprise songs for Colombia was Tu no mete cabras. I said that wrong. One of the surprise songs for Colombia was Tu no metes cabra. Love that song. They also did La Jumpa with Arcángel. He came out too. I said he was going to come out. I said he was at the airport. I said it. I called it. He's hopping around the airport, showing himself off, taking pictures with people. I told you he was going to pop up. They also did Ojitos Lindos with Bomba Estéreo. They got that. And then to wrap it all off, they got Karol G. They got Karol G for Ahora Me Llama. It came out in 2017. And in January. In January of 2026, we finally got them performing it together for the first time after 7 years. So whoever got to see that in person, y'all are lucky. Count your stars. Blessings from above, because I'd love to see that. I love Karol G and I love Bad Bunny. So Harry Styles, we got new Harry Styles on the way. He has 30 dates at Madison Square Garden. And I heard the prices of the tickets are prices of kidneys. Like, it is incredible. A lot of people were waiting for the pre-sales. There was tons of pre-sales. Still, people couldn't get tickets. I don't know how you're going to sell out 30 shows when you have the monopoly of Ticketmaster letting people sell these tickets for however much they like. I think eventually it's going to get so expensive that these concerts are going to be empty because nobody can afford the resale tickets. He's also coming out with hard copies of CDs and vinyls. And I really like that idea of artists coming back with vinyls and CDs and like special CDs, because now with streaming services and how crazy they're getting with pricing, once you own a physical copy of something like a CD or a vinyl, nobody can take it away from you and it can't be changed. And I think streaming services have lost that touch. Bring back CDs and vinyls, y'all. Bring them back just to hold on. Okay, J. Cole dropped a new album on February 6th. 2626, he dropped the album. So, of course, song of the week, I'm going to choose from one of the albums, is Run a Train. This song is so good. It's featured with Future, and I called it. So when he released the tracks, he didn't put the features right away. And I like when artists do that. Bad Bunny did the same thing with Nadie Sabe, and I really like when artists do that because it makes you sit down and listen to it. A lot of people would run to the songs with the feature on it and not want to listen to it through. And I was right. It is 2 albums on one, 2 different discs on one album. So Run a Train is a really good song. I think you all should listen to it if you did not listen to it yet. The one line that I really liked in that song was meditating for a better state in my deranged mind till I saw the Buddha pose and realized he's throwing gang signs. It's a beautiful play on words where we're all a little deranged. Even the Buddha's got a little something going on, throwing up secret gang signs, that little subliminal gang signs. And I just love that J. Cole has that poetic sense to his songs, and I can't wait to dive deeper into his album. Now, this song, Run a Train, would definitely be my choice if I was ever invited on My Favorite Lyrics with Devin Walker. I love listening to that podcast. I love listening to what people bring on. But yeah, I think that's it for this week. I'm very sad that Super Bowl is happening tomorrow. I was talking to my husband and we were trying to figure out how we could record an episode during the week just so I can give you a little bonus episode for my thoughts on the Super Bowl, but y'all are just going to have to wait till next Monday. I hope my predictions for the Super Bowl are right. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Love you. Take care of yourself and each other. See you next time.